ready for paint, they say. But they're never ready for paint. And again, this is not the type of shop where we just skip over things like that.
So I'm heading up the road to Vintage VW. It's about an hour drive from my house. Gonna check in with my Volkswagen mentor and restoration specialist, Dennis. So this project's been delayed for about a year. I needed a financial break to save up money, and I was also busy doing other stuff. So now the body is out of storage, and Dennis is gonna dig back into it, and we're gonna find out if there's good news or if there's bad news.
You ready to make a video, Peter?
Yeah.
So today we're gonna sand Peter's car. We have it in the primer stages. The car was a pretty decent car. We're gonna start out with 400 wet, and if it passes that test, meaning that we have all the irregularities are out, and there's no lumps, no bumps, no scratches in the body work, we'll go to 600, and then we'll go to paint. But in this case, we're gonna start out, because this car is a very clean car as far as panel replacement, but it did have some body work. It had a couple lumps, dents, and bruises.
So although this car has original panels and didn't need much welding, it has lots of area of filler because of rippled, dented, and dinged up metal. So it has a lot of overall body work, and those flaws might come out again once we start sanding.
You want a little soap and water mixture? You gotta watch what soap you use. I like Dawn. But either way, most soap will work. And you wanna spray the panel. And what the soap does with the water mixture is it helps the sandpaper slide. And basically when you're sanding a panel, you want to start on the top edge. I like to work from edge to edge on a panel. So you go like this, you start on the top edge, roll it over. Remember that inside there, the hard edge is facing down on your block. And you'll just take this off. And you see as you go, the guide coat will slowly disappear as you're going. And basically what you're trying to achieve here, you're trying to sand until all that guide coat goes away. Now, if you have a bust through, that means that you had highs and lows in the panel. It's nothing to be too concerned about. But if you do bust through, hit the thing with a little bit of primer. So you can use a garden hose, whatever. I just use a little spray bottle. It's a trick to your eye, because basically you shine it up with water and you look down it. If you look down the side of it, with the water, you'll see it shined up. So when you're all done, if you look down the side of the car, you'll see the highs and lows, or you'll see where the panel's choppy. Now that looks pretty good, except for if you look real close, we're starting to hit a little bit of the yellow finishing filler right here, and there's a little imperfection right here. So right here, doesn't check out.
Doesn't check out. That's a polite way of saying it's gonna cost you more money.
I will not paint over this on the restoration of this caliber.
So you gotta prime the whole car pretty much, right?
Well, we'll see. The whole car doesn't always come out to be the same as just one panel. It might just be this quarter panel. Most people won't reprime this. They'll actually shoot over it. I'm just not that kind of guy. I'm a little more anal than that. And the fact that we're doing restoration work, and this isn't a body shop, you know, what applies in a body shop or a production shop is not necessarily all the same as a restoration shop.
So as Dennis explained to me off camera, collision repair on a newer car is going to be lower quality because most people don't hold on to their daily driver forever. It gets sold as a used car or it goes to the junkyard. But classic car restoration is different. It has to be perfect. You don't want to see cracked body filler. You don't want to see sanding marks, and the paint job has to last for years and years.
And there's a lot of people out there that do this caliber of work, and their cars aren't so nice, and that's why that car over there that I painted will last for a long time. Alright, so the panel's sanded now, guys. We're about an hour in. So we started sanding this because each car's a little different. I wanted to see about how long, because our buddy here, Peter, wants to see how long it's going to take him and how much money he's going to lose.
You're going to have an hour, just 400 to sand for current right now, each panel roughly. One up here, this part here, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours.
But again, body lines change. The nose is probably 4 hours. I don't know. Probably got about 25 hours of sanding in this car to find the imperfections and fix everything, to do it nice and right. You know, a lot of people just fly around a car like this in 2 hours. I know guys that prep cars like this in 2 hours. Ready for paint, they say. But they're never ready for paint. And again, this is not the type of shop where we just skip over things like that.
All right, so basically 25 hours of sanding.
That's probably right.
And then you still have to prime it and sand it again.
Yes. Yeah, you're probably 50 hours away from paint. 50 hours. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And then this special customer wants the whole underside, ladies and gentlemen, painted. Woo! Look at that. It's all blasted. We're going to give the whole underside of the car paint. And then we're going to chip guard it because you got to put a coating over the paint, otherwise it will all chip up. And then you got yourself a mess.
This was impossible to film, but I went underneath the car and blasted it. I spent 2 days. It took me a long time because I was fighting against the equipment, the weather, gravity. I was working upside down, so I didn't have the right kind of pressure. And it was just overall a miserable job. But the moral of the story is always make sure you're wearing adequate protective gear.
Well, I promise you one thing. I'm not going to spend 2 days painting it. Man, you're slow. I'm going to shoot it with a house paint gun. 60 feet away. Earl Shives.
Earl Shive, an old school chain that would paint your car for $99.95. Well, those days are long gone. And as we know, a Karmann Ghia certainly is a money pit. But I'm not doing it because I want to make a profit. I'm doing it because I love the car. And in the end, when it's done, it's going to be a cool car.
Put the pedal to the metal 'cause it goes real slow.